Hello, everyone. Welcome to my quick live. And today it's a chat GPT segment that I'm going to ask chat GPT. My question to chat GPT today is, what is the psychology behind the overconsumption of food, clothes, and pretty much everything in the United States? How does the rest of the world experience us as the number one consumer culture? What China is doing to expose the luxury brands in Europe and now selling to Americans directly? How will this tariff change the world consumer game? Will this shake capitalism or our capitalistic society as we know it? So those were the questions I put together in a prompt, and I'm asking Chat GPT. Let's see what Chat GPT tells us.
This is a layered and fascinating question. Let's unpack it step by step, from psychological roots to global impacts and future projections. 1. Psychology behind overconsumption in the US. Cultural conditioning and identity. American culture often equates success, happiness, and self-worth with owning and showing. The American dream has become entangled with material success. Advertising and social media reinforce this by constantly triggering feelings of lack or inadequacy, offering products as the solution. Dopamine in shopping. Consumption activates the brain's reward system, especially dopamine, a feel-good chemical. This feedback loop, feel bad, buy, feel good temporarily, repeat, turns shopping into a coping mechanism, much like a mild addiction. Scarcity mindset and FOMO. Sales events, limited drops, and influencer culture fuel impulsive buying through fear of missing out. Overabundance of choice. The US has more consumer goods and more accessibility than most places on Earth, making overconsumption not just psychological, but logistical. 2. How the rest of the world views US consumer culture. Many countries view the US as excessive. The average American consumes far more food, energy, and clothing than needed. Wasteful. Items are discarded quickly, fueling landfills, especially with fast fashion and electronics. Influential. Despite criticism, American consumer trends are exported worldwide, e.g., McDonald's, Nike, Amazon, Hollywood glamorizing consumption. However, it's a mix of envy, critique, and caution. Other countries both admire and resist adopting the same model, knowing its social and environmental costs. 3. China's strategy against European luxury and selling to Americans directly. China is flipping the script in multiple ways, undermining luxury exclusivity. Many Chinese platforms like Shein, Temu, Alibaba sell similar styles, manufactured faster and cheaper, eroding the mystique of traditional luxury brands. Direct-to-consumer, DTC power. Chinese companies bypass Western middlemen and retail markups, reaching American consumers through TikTok, Amazon, or their own apps. Manufacturing and data dominance. They leverage economies of scale, AI, and consumer behavior analytics better than many Western brands. This is about control of the supply chain and the narrative. 4. Tariffs and the future of the global consumer game. Tariffs, like the ones recently proposed or imposed by the US on Chinese goods, will raise prices on cheap imports, potentially forcing American consumers to slow down spending, pressure domestic brands to compete with better design, ethics, or innovation. Disrupt fast fashion and electronics industries that rely on Chinese factories. China will likely respond by increasing trade with the global south, Africa, Latin America, developing stronger intra-Asian consumer networks, further developing national pride in homegrown brands. Hash 5. Will this shake capitalism as we know it? It's possible, but not overnight. Potential shifts, slow shift to conscious capitalism. As sustainability and inequality become harder to ignore, brands and consumers are being forced to confront capitalism's dark side. Rise of alt economies, resale markets, eBay, Depop, renting culture, rent the runway, and localism may grow. Geopolitical capitalism. Countries like China, Russia, and others are building economic systems that challenge Western-style free market capitalism with more state control and nationalism. But at its core, capitalism is adaptive. Unless radically disrupted, it will likely evolve to accommodate new consumer expectations, environmental concerns, and political realities.
Okay, so that is according to ChatGPT. Now, to complete this, I just wanted to read a poem, and this is very poignant to what we're going through right now in the United States. This poem is called A Cart Full of Nothing. And this pretty much sums up all the consumerism that goes on here. We're just buying, buying, buying. Nobody is becoming satiated. Nobody's becoming satisfied. It is a toxic wheel that we're on. So listen to my poem.
Title: Cart Full of Nothing, for a world full of questions. Inch, soft beat, heartbeat. In the land of plenty, we still want more. Swipe, click, bag it, store. Plastic dreams on marble floors. Closets bust open, yet still, I've got nothing to wear. Pantry stacked, but what's for dinner? Fills the air. We are hungry, but not for food, for identity, for proof, for mood, for a like, a love, a look, a label. In America, consumption ain't just habit, it's holy, it's cable. It's therapy in a cart, retail relief when life falls apart. Capitalism learned our heartbeats, tied them to receipts. Desire is the driver and dopamine is in the seat. We buy to belong. We spend to feel strong. In a system where your value is what you wear, not what you know, the mall becomes a temple and we all bow low. But the world sees us. From Lagos to Laos, from Kingston to Kolkata, they whisper that's a lot. They stream our excess, watch the binge and the flex, and some want in, while others build what's next. Because here comes China. Not just making your clothes, they making the brand. And sending it straight to your hand. Direct, fast, cheap. Luxury's losing sleep. They said, why sell to Europe when we can sell to the streets? Now tariffs shift, now tariffs hit, lines are drawn. But yo, the game's already gone. You can raise the price, but can you raise the mind? The West plays defense, but China's 10 steps behind and ahead at the same time. They own the supply, they watch what we buy. They learn, they flip, they flood, they fly. This ain't just about shoes or phones, it's about who gets to set the tone. Reflective, almost quiet. So will capitalism crumble? Nah. It morphs, like water in a glass, it fits its force. But something's shifting, slow but real. You feel it in the thrift, you see it in the deal. Rent the dress, fix the phone, sell it back, make it your own. People tired of more. They looking for meaning, tired of stuff, they want healing. Finale strong, intentional ending. Because at the end of the scroll, at the bottom of the cart, we ain't shopping for products. We shopping for heart. So tell me, when your closet's full and your spirit's hollow, what price are you really paying to follow? Is it freedom or just a cart full of nothing?
Here we go. And that's it. It's a cart full of nothing. We need to get to a point where we ditch the consumerism and become producers. And that's where we need to be today. With that, I'm ending this live. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.